So what are some of the factors contributing to homelessness? Even when I was in Barbados, people have their own ideas of why somebody's homeless. You may pass someone on the corner or on the side of the street, and sometimes individuals, we're human beings, we come up with our own perspectives of why that person is there. But here are some of the factors that research has proven contribute to homelessness. Divorce, that's one. Sometimes when you have, say, one person being the main breadwinner and the other partner never really works, more like, staying home, taking care of the kids, if that relationship goes sour, then that individual may find themselves without somewhere to be. They may not have the skills to really take care of themselves because they were used to being taken care of. So divorce is one. Domestic violence, when you have to flee your home because you're scared that this person may hurt you, may take your life or the life of your kids. So DV is another. Substance abuse, illness. There are sometimes individuals may have to go to the hospital. And with that prolonged absence from work, it could lead to our next one, loss of employment. And with that loss of employment, well, then you could imagine it's like a domino effect. Lack of affordable housing. I need to pause here a little bit because this is a big one here in South Bend, where many of you could attest to the housing crisis and just trying to help individuals to find housing. And that was one of the challenges that Steve experienced that motivated him to want to use his voice. Sometimes when certain places hear that this individual lives at the Center for the Homeless, or this individual has a Section 8 voucher, then that housing opportunity is kind of, it's kind of like, oh, we don't take that, or, there's that stereotype. So lack of affordable housing, in calling around, trying to help our clients find housing, it was such a challenge. And sometimes when I hear the rent of some of the places here in South Bend, it's no way that some individuals would be able to afford that. Mental illness is another one. Physical disabilities is another one that may cause some individuals to experience homelessness. And mental illness, we'll get back to that. These are just some additional ones. They may not be as high on the scale, but they sure do happen. Aging out of the foster care residential system is a huge one. For me, when I was living in Barbados, I saw it. And when I came here to the US, I saw it. And there's a gap there where kids who age out of foster care at 18 have nowhere to go. And so they kind of end up couch surfing, staying with people, and may become susceptible to victimization. But that is definitely a gap in our system, not just here, but also in Barbados, where I'm from. Poverty, that's another factor that can contribute to homelessness. You just living from paycheck to paycheck, and if that paycheck is gone, well, so is your housing. Imprisonment, that's another one that I've personally seen. Individuals come out of the prison system and they may lose contact, especially if you're there for like 10 years or so. You lose contact with relatives, you lose contact with friends, life kind of goes on, right? And you're out and you have nowhere to go. So, pardon? Yep, and they lose, and Steve just made a point, and they lose that respect, right? Societal respect, and people don't really want to be around them. Family instability, that's another one. Tragedy, natural disaster or fire, or adverse childhood experiences. And definitely ACEs, which many of you will be aware of, is a factor that can contribute.